Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks. It is time for our Wonder Box. Do I have a Wonder Box volunteer? Do I have anybody? Let's get Evelyn. It's been a little while since you've been up here. Come on up. Let's see what we have. And I love your hat, Evelyn. We have a bowl. Awesome. What can you do with a bowl?
You can put things in it.
You can put things in it. Absolutely. It's very handy, right? Thank you very much. You want to have a seat, and I'll call you back up in a minute. So on this Sunday, when we talk about stewardship and about giving, I have a story about a little girl and a bowl. So hard times starve people's spirits as well as their bodies. And so it was once when the Buddha lived that famine struck the land. The rains did not come, and the harvest withered in the field. In the midst of this misery, some people grew greedy and selfish. There were reports of robberies and desperate acts. Children were dying of starvation. The Buddha's followers came to him, bringing these stories of sorrow and sadness. "Call all the people together," said the Buddha. "Let us see what we can do to help." Hundreds of people came, rich and poor, well-fed and starving. Out of respect for the Buddha, they came to hear his words. And the Buddha said, "Citizens of this fair land, surely there is enough food in the storehouse to feed all. If the rich share what they have in the lean season, then you will all survive to enjoy the benefits of another season." The poor and the hungry looked hopeful at the Buddha's words, but the rich people grumbled. They made excuses about why they could not help, even though they had enough to share. The Buddha sighed when his eyes fell upon the people with hearts of stone. Finally, he asked, "Is there no one who will help take on the job of feeding the hungry and the homeless in these hard times?" And there was silence. Then a small voice popped up. "I will, Lord Buddha." And out of the crowd stepped a girl, no more than 6 or 7 years old. She was a merchant's child, dressed in fine silk, and she had flowers braided in her hair. "My name is Sapraya, and I have a bowl to fill with food for the hungry. When can I begin?" And the Buddha smiled. "Small child, your heart is filled with love, but how will you do this alone?" And Sapraya replied, "Not alone, Lord Buddha, but with your help. I will take this bowl from house to house and ask for food for the poor. I will not be refused. I know it." And looking at the child with her earnest face and shining eyes, even the most selfish among those present grew ashamed. They began to offer help to the Buddha and Sapraya. And so, Sapraya took her bowl, and every day she went from house to house in the rich part of town. And wherever she went, little by little her bowl got filled. Sometimes an old grandmother would fill it with rice. Sometimes the children would give up their sweets for the day. And often others would go with them, helping her to collect food and take it to those who needed it most. And sometimes, when Sapraya got tired from walking and took a rest under the banyan tree, when she woke up, she would find that the bowl had magically filled itself. "Now," said Sapraya, "the hungry will eat, and the people of this town will take care of each other." And so they did. And so with that, our story ends. And Evelyn, if you'd like to help me, come up and carry the flame over. from generation to generation. We light this flame of religious
freedom.
And now we'll follow out Evelyn and our other children as we go off to RE, and we'll sing Go Now in Peace.